What's up, guys? I'm Chris, and today you're watching a magic review on Naked ESP by Michael Murray. Welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. Please consider subscribing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment on any questions that you have about the product I'm reviewing or anything you'd like to see in the future. Let me know your thoughts. Also, don't forget to click that notification bell so you don't miss a video or a review. Naked ESP is a set of marked ESP cards with the most hidden marking system that I have ever seen. I've known about these cards for quite a while now. I've been wanting to pick them up. I've even had people show me the backs of every card and I could not for the life of me find the markings on them. These are also made out of 100% PVC plastic, so they're gonna last. These are $30. What you're gonna get is the package that they come in, and what's really nice about these is the name isn't anywhere on them. So it just says Zener ESP testing cards, Ryan Research Center approved. There's nothing on here that gives the cards away. And then inside you are going to get your there's a tutorial, which there is a PDF that gives you the marking system as well as 2 routines. So you have a matching routine that can be seen in similar performances, one by Darren Brown. And then you also get a routine by Peter Turner. There is also a card inside that explains the markings. Now I'm not going to show it because you need to purchase that to get that, but these are the cards, or actually these are just the gimmick cards. So you get gimmick cards. I won't show you the front and backs of those. They are pretty unique. This one isn't a gimmick card. This is just a card that has all of the symbols on them. On the back of this is a really clever gimmick that I haven't seen before, but it basically allows you to show 2 different cards in a spread. You got some double backers that allow you to, well, there's a double backer, and then some other double back cards that allow you to do different routines that you can't do without those cards. And then the cards that I carry them in a packet wallet. I like the one by TCC. It's a nice wallet. But inside you have 2 sets of 5 cards, so you can do all your standard ESP routines with that. Like I said, the cards are plastic, so we'll get into the quality here. The quality is really good. Being plastic, you can wipe these off, clean them up. They're not going to tear or anything like that, so the quality is really good. Now, the symbols are very large and easy to see. And then here are the backs. I'll show one of them up close. I don't want to show all of them at once just because you could pause it. And I mean, I didn't find the markings, not to say that you can't, but I don't want to, give the system away. Here's your back. That's your back design. It is the most simple back design I have ever seen. Like, no layperson is going to be able to detect the markings, let alone differentiate them. So the marking system is probably the best that I've seen. There are other marking systems out there that are really good. I know the Eclipse deck is really big right now by the 1914. One reason being that you can make out the markings across the room. With these, I can see the different markings looking at them from a distance, but if I were across the room, I couldn't. With that being said, there's no routine that I perform where I need to be that far away from you. It is a nice convincer, but that's not something that I need. So that's kind of what you get. Obviously, there are no angle restrictions with this. Especially the fact that you can't, they're not going to be able to see any kind of markings on them. So yeah, no angles. There's really no setup or reset. I guess depending on the routine that you choose to do. Can they be inspected? 100%. I'd say with these, they can be inspected. They can have all 5 different symbols laid out in front, looking at the backs, and they're not going to notice anything suspicious about this. They're going to be handling the cards anyway with most routines that people do with ESP cards, so they kind of are being inspected throughout the process of your performance. but examination, yeah, easily these can be examined thoroughly. Pocket space, so they don't take up a lot of space. I carry them in a pocket wallet. This is really thin, in comparison with other pocket wallets. It's really not going to take up anything in your pocket. Who would use this? Mentalists, anybody who performs ESP. I think this is a great set to have. If you don't have it, I would highly recommend picking it up. I'm still drawn towards another set that I use, which I've done a review for. That's the Black Cat ESP cards. Now, the only reason that I am a little bit more drawn towards that is that it is also a one-way deck, where this isn't. I don't do much in regards to using a one-way deck, but it is a nice option. I also just like the color pattern or template of the other ones better. But as far as being deceptive and very ordinary and plain looking, like, these are hands down the best, because that's it. They look boring, right? And that's what you want with something like this, because you don't want to draw any attention to the cards themselves. What you want is for the routine to be strong, and I think the strength lies in the simplicity of this. These cards are definitely workers. Like I mentioned, they're plastic, so they can take some abuse. Not that you'd really be doing anything with them that would destroy the cards, but I just mean, if you're performing this, table hopping or strolling, if someone spills a drink on this, not a big deal. You just wipe them off. If they get dirty, or you just clean them up. So definitely workers. Also, they are great in low light conditions and different environments, because they're a white card with a dark design. It's not, your markings aren't going to get lost in any kind of lighting or anything like that. Pros and cons, and is it worth your money? For $30, these are definitely worth your money. Being plastic and never having to replace these, I think alone is worth the price. But then on top of that, the markings, they're unreal. So they're definitely worth the money. I've went over the pros enough now, and I don't have any negatives to say about these cards. Like, I can't think of a single negative. I don't think there's a whole lot more to say about these. I think they are a great option for people who use ESP cards. Highly recommended, and I'll leave a link in the description below. And any questions, just ask. I'll see you at the next review.